Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. I'm going to start in a little bit. I'm just updating links on the Facebook pages so people can find Tournament Talk. Hope you are all doing well. I'll get to the chat in just a moment. All right. So we are back to a regularly held tournament. We've had this twice before. All right, just seeing the chat now. Rema Rasan 145, howdy, how you doing? V Relix, hi, how are you? Leonardo, hello. Yeah, that person who's at level 138, I'm not sure what they're doing. I just don't know how that's possible. I was 2 levels ahead of them, and I level constantly all day, or farm for XP all day long. So power to them. They figured something out that I don't know. Titan Chest is grayed out because I left my alliance to do some merking. In fact, Mazcool, hey, how you doing? In fact, I'm looking for a very specific Titan. So if somebody wants to help me, I can do this live. I'm trying to do a record Titan hit. My previous best is 424k single hit. The record is a 428. So for me to go for the record, I need a 3-star that is at least 440 health and has not been hit by anyone. So I'm hoping to do that tonight. In fact, let me open Facebook back up because if somebody messages me, I will try to do this live. And no messages. I'll have to think about checking that. 313 hard is what I do for XP, and I do that just because it's the level that I can farm the fastest. It's not the most efficient. It's not the most efficient for flags or loot tickets, but for speed, I just farm that all day for the most part. Adrian, hello. Well, let's jump in and talk about this tournament talk. We can come back and talk about some other things if you all want to. So this is a 4-star rush with all elements available, and we've had this at least twice before, so I can share something about the past winning teams. As this is a rush attack, we're looking at all heroes being set to very fast. So that's going to be a great opportunity to look for our slow heroes and maybe even average mana heroes. So the last time we had this, I can tell you the tanks of the top 5 were Costume Tubertus. 2 teams had Proteus. 1 had Costume Liju and 1 had a Little John. And the time before that, we had a regular Regard, a Bold Tusk, a Gormek, a Buddy, a Boral, and a Costume Regard. So I'm a little surprised at healers as tanks, but if it's going to be a healer, it might as well be regard with the attack up the costume. Tomid Ket, hello from Europe. Hello from the Caribbean. And Vrelex, if I'm saying that right. Yeah, I use Mitsuko on 313 hard too, because she takes care of the main boss. So for these events, we're going to be wanting to look at the really slow heroes. So there's a bunch of them for us to consider. 4-star nature. Actually, let me pull up this list a different way. So 4-star nature, Gadiris from Atlantis, Little John with or without the costume, and Skittle Skull with or without the costume. Holies, I'm becoming a big fan of Gillenbursty. The last Rush Attack tournament, I ran 2 Gillenbursties as flanks, and I'm probably doing that again because I had A all week. Gillenbursty's just a beast for overclocking health. Hu Tao and Hu Tao costume. If you have Hu Tao costume now, that just came out. You're not going to hear me mention any dark heroes because there is no such thing. There is no dark, slow 4-star hero. For ice, we have some great options with both Frank and Jot. They are both beasts, and Frank is important with that defense down. And let's see, who am I missing? Fires. So Colin and the crazy strong hitting new Colin costume. And then Soomli and Shade Reeve. So that rounds out our slow 4-star options. I am planning on running a modified version of what I ran in the last event. The last event, I had Gadiris as tank because there was no fire. This time there is all fire, well, all heroes, so fire is included. So I'm going to run, actually, let me just, I'll put the team together to show you. All right, let's do this by name. I know my Jot is up top and Frank. So I do have the new Colin, who is just crazy. Everybody, he's a beast. So now my plan is this. If you saw Colin as the tank, you would naturally want to put up ice heroes to counter him. So ice would be strong against him. So I'm going to run Frank for defense down, and on this side, I'm going to put Jot. That's going to be my team. Jot decreases the attack strength of any ice tiles on the board. So if they stack ice, they're going to find that they have some pretty weak tiles coming at me when Jot goes off. All right, let's see where we're at in the chat. No hablo español. Sorry about that. RDOC. Love Gillyfish kind of tournament. Absolutely. C colon is going to be a beast, I think. All right, Vrelex is running Frank, C Regard, Wilbur, Gilly, and Skittle Skull. That looks pretty decent to me. Except, I don't know. If you're doing, well, C Regard's giving the attack up, Wilbur's giving you the defense down. I just don't like you're giving the shared damage to the enemy, but I know it works, and Wilbur is a proven solid tank for this event. So healers also can be a crucial part of rush attacks. I would say the #1 healer for this event is going to be Gillenbursty because he also fires back, but that overclocking health is huge. Bold Tusk tends to be a pretty big king on these events with the attack up. So if you have Bold Tusk, the costume Bold Tusk with the attack, increasing the attack, that could be good. You can also try to slow down the enemy hitting you by using the counter attack heroes. So you might want to look at Boral or Cyprian. So average hero is also going to come into play. Buddy is always good in a 4-star event. He decreases their attack, decreases their defense, put minions up which act like healers. That defense down is great. Grim is great for defense down. If you have Grim costume now, he does attack up. Kirill is good for boosting and healing. Sir Lancelot is normally an average hero. Set it very fast. He is going to be killer strong. And Wilbur, as we just talked about. Relax, I don't have many 4-stars emblemed either. If you look at the team I'm running here, the only one I have emblems on is Jot, just because he's part of my 4-star, excuse me, he's part of my Fire Titan team. Now, another thing, let me see if I can find this here. So I'm going to give you all a trick. Since you are tuning into this, I'm going to give you a trick that a lot of folks don't realize with these tournaments. So you all ready to hear a trick? Let me just find the detail on this trick and I will share it with you. And this is only going to be applicable to some of you. So as we know, only in a 5-star, and this is going to work for, this trick's going to work for 3 stars and 4 stars. So heads up on this trick. As we know, if you can get to, let me pull this up. I got too much data in too many places. So if we can get to 9% mana increase, right? On a very fast hero, 9% mana increase drops a tile. So that goes from 7 down to 6, which means we only have to have 2 basic 3 matches. For you to do that, we don't have mana heroes, right? On 3 or 4-star tournaments, but there's a way you can cheat with this. Not really cheat, I mean, it's legal, but it's a trick. A trick is better than a cheat. So the way that you can trick the system here into mana, if you have the costumes for a druid, monk, or sorcerer, that's going to give you 5% mana. And then if you have only those 3, druids, monks, and sorcerers, have the option for 4% mana in the talent tree. So if you've gone far enough to get that 4% mana, that is 9%. I use this all the time in the 3-star event with with Belith costume. I have the costume bonus on Belith. The regular Belith is a druid. So when we do the very fast tournaments, the rush tournaments with 3 stars, I use Belith all the time as my healer because I only need 6 tiles to make that match to get her to full mana. So let's talk about what that looks like for 4 stars. So if you have the costume bonus, so you have to have the costume maxed, and if you have the 4% mana selected, you will be able to do this with Melindor, Cadman, Costume Sonya, Costume Khalil, Costume Chow. So those are all the druids that would have costumes. You can also do this with Lai Zhu and Wukong, the regular version, the costume version of Bold Tusk. And then for sorcerers, regular Sabina, regular Skittle Skull, costume Kirill, costume Kashrek, and costume Cyprian. So just to repeat that again, if you have a druid, a monk, or a sorcerer, it can only be those 3. It can only be those 3 classes because they're the only ones that give you the 4% mana. The other one has 2, so you get 4% there, and then you get 5% from the costume bonus. So hopefully that trick works out for some of you. All right, what else can we talk about here? So I would also consider any heroes for this event since it's very fast. Anything that slows them down. So we talked about Boral and Cyprian with the reflect, the counterattack, helping slow down. But anything that controls mana will be good too. So Proteus will probably be a great option for this. Either version of Liju, Hansel and Gretel, they're good for controlling mana. Merlin, if you have Merlin, he's an average hero that's at very fast is great. Vera, I'm just going to call you a VR. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. You're asking what this is the team that I use to farm 3-1-3 hard. So Black Knight for protection and the attack boost, Frigg for the defense down, Mitsuko for taking care of the final boss, and then Ariel for healing, and then the increased mana just speeds everybody up. So everybody who's watching this, we're having sort of two conversations. One's about speed farming 3-1-3 hard, and then we're obviously talking tournament talk here about this particular event. Let's talk about the winning defense team from the last time we had this event. They tanked Tiburtus costume, which was great for the defense down. The flanks were regular Liju for controlling that mana, Hu Tao for the strong hit, and then the wings were Costume Melindor and Scarlet. Now that's a very different team than I can go back. So that was the team that won when we had this back in June of last year, and we also had a Rush Attack All Heroes back in November of 19. That winning team had Boral as the tank. Actually, 3 of the top 5 teams all had Boral as tank. And then the winning team had flanks with Colin and Liju, and the wings were Bold Tusk, regular Bold Tusk, and Proteus. So in the top 5 in November of 19, there were 3 teams with Liju, 3 with Colin, and 3 with Boral in the top 5. And then when we had this event back in June, there were 3 with Liju, 3 with Hu Tao, 3 with Tiburtus. So it gives you an idea. At least I kind of highlight it. I document the top 5 each week, and then I look at the ones that have, like, if there's a name that shows up 3 times, that gives me an idea that they're pretty strong for these events. Yeah, Mist is great. I tend to be a little skeptical or cautious about using very fast and fast heroes because just by the nature of the way they write the cards, typically a fast or very fast hero has weak health and defense. And if they're coming at you in a rush event with these heavy hitters that are now very fast, they can sometimes get devastated pretty quick. Yeah, I was getting that your name's not supposed to be a word, but I'm just not sure how to refer to you. So, looks like very relaxed. How's that? Be relaxed. Kona, no, I don't farm rare 3 anymore from the challenge events. It is amazing XP per flag, but it's incredibly slow, and we get absolutely no food or iron. So with the amount of farming I do, I want food and iron out of it. So that just isn't valuable to me. The XP is not worth that for me, where I'm at right now. All right, let's talk a little bit about your teams. Go ahead and put your teams up. Let's talk about them. All right, perfect. Tom and Ket just put his up or theirs up. Don't know if it's a guy or gal. So Gormek, Jot, Buddy, Gillen Bursty, and Proteus, all with 20 emblems. I really hope I'm not seeing you in the event. So yeah, Gillen Bursty's a winner. Buddy's a winner. Jot is a winner. So one thing you might want to think about, Tom and Ket, is if you're running Jot that's going to defense down the ice tiles, you can entice them to bring ice by putting a fire as tank. So that might reorganize your team a little bit there, but it might be worth considering fire as a tank. I don't know that Gormek would be my first choice in this event, although I do like the defense down that he would be giving, which I'm guessing is why you're using him. But Shade Reeve would give you the attack up. Colin would just be a massive hit. That's who I'm going to be running. Who else wants to post their team up here? Jacob, he's running. I just scrolled up a little bit. He's also running 20 talents. He's looking at Regard. Is that Regard or Regard Costume? If you have Regard Costume, you might want that attack up. Almer, that'll be an elemental defense down, and I'm not seeing another nature hero. Wilbur, Jot, and Wu. All right, Jacob, this is just my personal preference. I try not to run more than one support hero. I want people who are doing damage, and you have 3 there. So the way your setup is proposed, only Almer and Jot are doing any damage. I do like Wu on defense teams. I'm actually in the process of putting a video together about that because I know a lot of people talk down on Wu on defense, but Wu is fantastic on the right defense team. A few bloody battles ago, I ran Wu as tank and had A all week. But yeah, having Regard, Wilbur, and Wu, I'd be a little nervous only having 2 hitters on that team. Adrian, yeah, good luck everyone on your defenses. Hopefully they're not too strong. Joseph C, don't have too many 4 stars maxed. Running C Regard. That's always a good choice. Gillum Bursty, good choice. Sonia plus 20, Buddy, and Gormek. All right, something's doubled in there, I think. Dark. Oh no, we do got one of each. It is a rainbow. Yeah, and you don't want to run Bold Tusk if you're already running Gillum Bursty in Regard. Justin Rush, should I move out Liju for either Shade Reeve, Proteus, or Colin? Where, Justin, did you post your other team? Or your suggested? I don't see your team. So I'm not sure who we're putting her in for. Should I move out Liju for either Shade, Proteus, or Colin? I like Liju for the mana control. Colin will be a beast in this event, especially if you have C Colin. If you have Costume Colin, that would be excellent. 3 up. Oh, okay, there, I see it now. All right. Grim, Golem Bursty, Costume Tibbs. So that is redundant. Grim is doing defense down, and so is C Tibbs, Liju, and Jot. So you have double ice there, Holy Dark, and double Holy. I'm doubling up 2 elements, but that's just because I'm kind of experimenting a little bit. I don't normally recommend that just because it gives a target color for somebody to stack against. But let me look at this here again. So Liju out for Shade, Proteus, or Colin. I might put Proteus in there instead of Liju just to give. Well, no, wait, you have C Tibbs as a dark too. What are we missing? You have 2 holies. So we're missing fire. So maybe get Colin in there for Tibbs then, since you already have defense down with Grin. Just gotta figure out which one you're tanking. You might want to try Gillum Bursty as tank. Tommy Cat, you're welcome. Sonya, all defense emblem path gives 923 defense. That's why she's tank. That makes sense, Joseph. Very relaxed. At least that's what I'm calling you. I'm running Frank, Gillum Bursty, C-Tib, Gillum Bursty, and Colin. Yeah, I think that's a beast of a team too. That's kind of a variation on what I'm running. You are redundant with the defense down, so be aware that C-Tibs will overwrite Frank. And let me pull this up quick for C-Tib. Make sure I'm not speaking out of line. Yeah, C-Tibs is negative 34. You might want to think that one out. Very relaxed, because C-Tibs is negative 34 defense down. Frank is negative 44. So you're gonna, when Frank fires, C-Tib goes off again as tank. They're gonna overwrite that. So might have another option in there other than 2 defense downs. Sarah, haven't leveled Frank yet. Get on it. He's good. That defense down is strong. It's one of the strongest ones for a 4-star. That negative 44 is hard to come by. Bill Beckworth, Jot, Gillenbursty, Colin, C Regard, Buddy. That's looking good for me. Like, Bill, you're doing what I'm doing, a fire tank with Jot to decrease the value of those ice tiles coming at you. I think that's smart. Get off the screen. I'm yapping and not paying attention to the screen. Well, let's get a Mystic Vision going while we're here.
People are ready to work 6 to 8
You guys can
hours
watch
per
my
day
Mystic
for
Vision with
40
me.
years. They waste
All
1
right,
to
so we
2
got
hours
Bill,
on the way to work every
Photo,
day.
Bold Tusk,
But they are
Tibertus
not ready
20,
to invest $10 with expert
Boral
auction
20, Liju 20, Melendor
and
20,
spend
all with
30 minutes to
costumes.
whistle out trading.
That looks
With
good.
expert option, you can earn money anywhere, at any
Bestia
time.
Photo.
Just install
Sorry
the
if I'm
app.
pronouncing that wrong. If you have the costume Tibertus, you might want to do that for the defense down. Raul, Mist, Regard. The chat's moving too fast for me here. All right, so Raul is saying Mist, Regard, Costume Boral, Buddy, and C colon. Mist, Regard. Raul, you might want to consider regular Boral. I prefer the stronger. Three reflecting is stronger than 5 at the decreased value. Jason Davis, I'm finally building Jot. Had enough training heroes to ascend him twice. Running King Arthur. You can't run King Arthur. King Arthur's a 5-star. And you can't run Mickey and Magni. Richard, you're losing me there unless you're talking about what your Ice Titan team is. But this is a 4-star event, so they're not going to work. Raul, the defense for last week. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. So I didn't pick my defense last week. I had a viewer pick my defense here last week, and unfortunately it ran D all week. I did put up the tournament videos, and I did show some of the stats from my defense team. But that last week we had the 5-star buff booster, No Holy, and left to right I ran Mother North, Onyx, Alfreak, the Hatter, and G Panther, and it got creamed. Still got 1%, so happy about that. But the team did terrible. Dragon Lady, C colon is tank, yes. Gillenbursty right, and Jat left, Buddy right end, and C Regard. Dragon Lady, you do not want Buddy on an end. Buddy gives minions and boosts, or gives the minions to heroes on either side of him. Buddy should absolutely be in a flank. Plus, he's doing the defense down, so you'd want to get him off sooner than later. So I would get Buddy on one of the flanks. Chris G, Frank, Bursty, Little John costume, Regard costume, and colon. Chris G, that looks good, but I would switch Regard costume and Gillenbursty, just so that Regard is firing first if everybody's together. All right, Bill and Sarah are both LOL, and I'm not sure what happened that was funny, but I'm glad we're being entertaining. Let's see who else. Kevin C. Buddy or C Skittle with 10 emblems on left, and then Mist with 20 emblems. Costume Regard with 18, and Gormek. I prefer Grim over Gormek. But Buddy is also giving you defense down. You have a bunch of defense down heroes in there. Verilax, Merlin tank or Boomer? I would probably prefer Merlin in this event. All right, Jason Davis. Sorry, Kim. Thought was talking Titans. My bad. Yeah, no, we're not talking Titans. We're talking the tournament talk. This week's 4-star rush attack with all heroes available. Bill Beckworth, thank you for the help. Got defense last week too. Got D last week too. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Only thing good about D is it's not E. Who should I replace with costume regard? Almer, Wilbur, Jot, Wu, all 20 talents. I love Jot for these events. Sarah B, I'm running. You know what? I lost that. Let me put it back up. So my proposed team. I'll just put this up and keep it up this time. I don't want to overwrite. So I'm breaking my own rules and I'm doubling up on 2 elements. But this is who I'm planning on running this week. And this is for Rush. I'm looking at running this week. I ran this with Gadiris as tank 2 weeks ago when we had this event with no fire. And I had A all week. So I'm running it this way with Colin because I want to entice ice attack because Jot decreases the value of ice tiles on the board. So I want to make their ice weaker. Ace. Costume Krill, Costume Tibertus, Wilbur, Sea Skittle, and the Pig. That is 3 healers. Oh, wait, no, Tibertus is not a hero. Excuse me. You got 2 healers and Wilbur. That's a lot of support heroes with only Skittle Skull and Tibertus doing direct damage. I'd probably like to see another one in there, another damage dealer. Oh, watching Mystic Vision, thanks for sharing with us. Hey, good time. We should all share in Mystic Vision's most exciting part of the game, right? Just one question. Does minions weaken the counterattack? I'm not sure I understand that question. The only hero that's calling up minions for the most part is going to be Buddy, and he doesn't counterattack. The minions just act as protective health, so I would anticipate that if somebody fires into Cyprian or Boral and it gets reflected, the minions would take the damage first. But a Sea Skittle has 861 attack stat, crazy high for a 4-star. That is a crazy number. Sarah B, glad to help. I enjoy doing this. Let me just check and see if anybody has sent me information on a Titan. No dice. I wanted to try to do a record Titan run. If anybody knows of a Fire 3-star that does not have any damage on it, I am trying to do a record run tonight. I'm outside my alliance site. They only let me escape for a few minutes. So I'm trying to find a Titan to do a record run. See if anybody sent me a private message. Nothing. Let's go back to the YouTube screen here. I don't think minions counterattack. I could be wrong. I never paid attention to it, but I don't think that happens. All right. So what else you guys want to chat about? Anything else on your minds this evening? Any other questions about this tournament? Otherwise, I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing, which was hunting for that very specific Fire Titan. Let's knock this one out. Okay, perfect. I'm looking for a 3-star ice. This will be fun here. Oh. everybody maned up. Oh, I didn't get my attacks in place. That sucks. Let's get some ice on the board. All right, time to get... And there we go. Dead. All right. So if anybody knows where there's a Fire Titan, 3-star with no damage on it, I want to try to do a 400 plus K hit. Let's see where we're at in the chat. Daywalker, Gillenbursty plus 10, Gadiris, Seaboral, Little John, and C. Tibertus. I like the heroes, but not the order. I would get C. Tibertus in the first spot, and then Gillenbursty, and I'd probably run regular Boral, and then Gadiris, and then Little John. Very relaxed. I have Kunchen, Alfreak, Panther, and Ursina Max. I'm looking for another purple to max. Freya, Demisha, Zulag, Grimble, and Sargasso. When this auto farm is done, I'll show you my Freya. I maxed her today. I had her at 370. And our Titan today gave me my last Tabard, and I had enough emblems to get her to 20. So I am very ecstatic with Freya at the moment. And fighting every day in the top 20 or so globally, there's plenty of Freyas and Baras. They're a total pain. Burnout, glad you made it. How you doing? Sorry for the noise. That was my cat jumping up on my desk and failing. She just fell off. Justin and Ross says it Freya, and it's not close. Agreed. I'm doing great, Burnout. Having a good time here. I just killed somebody's Titan. I'm going to go collect the loot from that Titan. A loot. Not bad for not using any weapons. Let's leave that alliance. Thanks for the... So, Global 28 currently, and that is holding steady. Look at that attack number on Freya. So, very relaxed. If that doesn't convince you, I don't know what does. But she's fast, and that power to minions, and she's also doing the plus defense for the whole team. And she is part of that Vanaheim realm, which totally sucks because when you kill her, she takes away some of your mana. So I'm loving Freya. She's a total pain. I'm glad she's on my team now. Freya can pull off tank or flank. I've seen people put her in wing, and I don't care about her in wing at all. She doesn't scare me there. She needs to be up front, so if she dies, that she kills the mana. All right. Any other questions about this week's event? Peter John Smith, do I like Freya better than Bara? Sure, just because I only have Freya. For whatever reason, Bara seems more of a pain to fight against. I'm not sure. I haven't really analyzed why that is. I think Mr. Spock just was talking about that the other day on his channel, and I forget why he was saying Bara is such a pain. She doesn't look like it on paper, but in effect, she is tough. Burnout. All right, let's talk about your team. Let's get to this event. All right, so this is a 4-star event, so you are not using Marjana, Richard, or Malozzi. So try a redo on that. This is a rushed event, so you're going to want to look at your slow heroes, your slow 4-stars, no 5s. Ronald Murphy, Rad Dad Ronnie, checking in. How you doing? What team are you looking at running this week? You're welcome, Daywalker. So I'm going to keep my hunt going on here while we're chatting for looking for a untouched three-star fire. So if you're new to merking, this is basically what merking is just running around looking for a Titan to kill. So I got permission to leave my alliance for a bit to do some merking. I think I've gone through maybe 10 or 12, 10 flasks maybe so far tonight. Tons of food and iron doing that. And I just look for Titans that are near death. Here, like this one. Look at 2-star near death. I won't need anything as far as weapons go. I'll just pop this and I'll just get a pile of ham for doing it. All right, get this diamond going. Make the fire diamond and a nature diamond. That's going to be it for this Titan. And that Titan's dead. Bara poison damage with 29 troop is over 100. Well, that's a fantastic fact. Bara is one of season 3 heroes I don't have. I don't have Bara or Scatty. Ace, catch you later. Burnout. It's just my offense in general. Oh, gotcha. Dolmite. Thoughts on running Sumli, Gillen Bursty, Buddy, Frank, and C. Like the heroes, not the order. Frank is given that defense down. Well, actually, you know what? So is Buddy. So you might be okay with that if your Buddy is tank. So I might be wrong on it. That order might not be bad. Buddy, they're going to be attacking with fire, and you got Frank there to counter that, and Gilly for that. Yeah, Dolma, I think you got a good order. Catch you later, Ace. Cade Baith. C. Kirill, Ulmer, Gillenbursty, and C. Cadman. Thanks for getting a nature in there to work with the Ulmer. I just am a little cautious of fast heroes in these events because they tend to not be as strong on the defense. But I like your options there. Maybe. And I think your options are good. I think the way you have that there. Relaxed. For green, I have Mother North, Hemdall, Evelyn, Kingston to max. It's between Cad to max. Catalin, Elkinen, Marge, Bertilla, and Zuck. I have Catalin maxed and never use her. If you have the costume, that's a game changer. Bertilla and Elkinen costume are two very strong hit 3 heroes, so I have them maxed for that. Margaret and Zoc I have not touched. All right, let's see what we got for that 2-star Titan kill. 43k food, 85k iron. Take it. Joseph C. I was trying to get Bertilla and just ended up with Fenrir. Sorry to hear that. I'm not a fan of Fenrir at all. Would you use a Lacey or Alice for Titan team? Sarah B, after you get elemental defense down, and a big attack boost, all that matters is attack number. The rest of the special does not matter. So I would go with which one has your highest attack number. That is all that would matter to me. Bertilla or Catalin, I don't see a lot of birdie love. I like Bertilla, but I'm liking her for the hit 3 events. She's the strongest nature hero that hits 3 enemies. Yeah, Dolmite, I get what you're doing with Frank, but Frank and Buddy are going to override each other. So just be aware that Buddy goes off again. He's going to overwrite Frank's -44. Who is the best 4-star red out of all seasons? I mean, the most versatile red hero 4-star is probably Wilbur. For this event, I like C. because he hits incredibly hard. He's one of the hardest hitting fire heroes in the game, period. He's even with the 5 stars. Very relaxed. How do you have so many of these 4-star ascension items, man? Get leveling. Yeah, I'd go for Elkinen and Bertilla then. Tomid Sea Catalan or Frigg. Sea Catalan is a giant pain in the ass, but I would go Frigg. I take defense down any day. Defense down. The only thing that supersedes defense down in my mind is elemental defense down. Sarah B, you got it. Very relaxed. Any hero I don't have that I wish I did. The only hero I'm planning on chasing at this point is Master Lepus. There's some heroes I'd like to have just to have them, but there's only about 30 heroes in the game I don't have, so I have most. I have all 3s and 4s and costumes maxed. It's just 5s that I'm missing some. JML. I have Jot, Buddy, Bold Tusk, Seaver Guard, and Gillenbursty. I like your heroes. Maybe the order start with Seaver Guard and Jot, and then Buddy, Bold Tusk. That's actually a lot of healers you got going on there. So you got Seaver Guard, Gillenbursty, and Bold Tusk. I would get somebody else in there. I like Jot and Buddy and Seaver Guard and Gillenbursty. Maybe get rid of Bold Tusk and figure out somebody else for there. Damascus Blades, yeah, that would be a killer. Well, you can get to that last level of the Alchemy Lab and trade in some of those 4-star mats and get some D blades. Yeah, Burnout, I figured you meant Aslar. Not the 3-star. Am I excited about Season 4? I'm not anything about Season 4 until it comes out. I just find things mildly intriguing when people are talking about beta, but until it's actually released, we don't know what's going on. All right, let's see if we can find this elusive fire 3-star. Four-star doesn't work. Need a 3-star. Need the defense down that comes from a 3. Check on Facebook again. Did anybody message me? No messages. We are still chatting live now. Maz Cool. Let's see, what do you got going on? Costume Liju, Costume Kirill, Gadiris, Cetaburtus, and Bold Tusk. That's 3 healers. Well, it's 4 if you count Gadiris. That's a lot of healing. I would want some more attacking going on there. Liju, I like. Gadiris, I like. Cetaburtus. Oh, you know what? For some reason, my brain keeps Tiburtus in my mind. I'm picturing Regard. So you do have at least another hitter there. So you have 3 hitters and 2 healers plus Gadiris, who acts as a healer. That's not too terrible. For order, you might want Cetaburtus first for the defense down. I'd probably go Cetaburtus, then Bold Tusk. Bold Tusk costume if you have it. Gadiris, Liju, and then Kirill on the right wing. JML, Regard, Gilly, Wilbur, Buddy, Jot. JML, that's leaving you with Buddy doing damage, and he's not a big damage dealer. And Gillenbursty does a little damage. Jot does some damage. See Regard, Wilbur. Oh, let's see. I'm hesitating on the Wilbur and Buddy because they're going to overwrite each other with the defense down. Buddy will overwrite Wilbur's defense down. Sarah B, I'm looking to set a record The Titan single hit Titan record is 428K. I've done a 424K. I originally set the record at 410, I think it was, and then another player that I know hit a 428, and I went after it to get it back, and I hit 424. So Titans, just like anything else in the game, the bigger they are, the stronger their health and defense. So going for a smaller Titan is basically just another way to add defense down. So the smallest Titan I can set the record with is a 3-star that has 440 HP. And that's what I'm looking for. But really, any high 400 fire 3-star will work for me to try. 30 rings for your X-Man. You got mats out the wazoo. Dolomite looking to ascend a yellow soon. 18 darts. Thor, Norns, Leonidas, Justice. And I'm assuming I'll pick up the next tier of the month. I need a multi-hitter and leading towards Norns. Norns is the second strongest holy multi-hitter in the game. The only one that hits harder than her is Sir Roostley. And good luck getting Sir Roostley. I have him, but it's, you know, a challenge event hero. They're hard to get. I did hit the record for a 14-star the other day with over a 310K hit. But the biggest pain with doing this is trying to find a Titan. Well, we can at least put this one to bed. Yeah, I started tonight with 25 Titan flasks, so I've done 13 Titan flasks. My Ice Titan team here is very strong. Practically killed that with just making the match. Won't need any specials. But this is the magic of marking. You just go and finish off somebody else's Titan. And then I just go autoplay a level while it's processing. Come back and collect the loot and move on. I've gotten millions of food and iron tonight marking this way. Mazkolev Scarlet. I can swap with Bold Tusk. Yeah, I would recommend that. Scarlet's awesome. What's your opinion on Nor? I don't think she's as terrible as some people do. There's another person on YouTube. They don't have as much traffic, so it's not somebody that you would normally find. But in the forums, a player there that linked me to their Nor videos. He's an avid Nor user, and you would not believe the long fights that he's gotten with Nor. That she just pulls it out. Like she is a beast in her own way. I'm keep getting tempted to take her past 370, but I have other people that are just taking priority. Relax, you haven't used Titan Flaxes in ages? Buddy, that is a ton of food and iron you're sitting on. 33 Titan build up over time, but I don't quite have the roster to merc yet. I have no idea what his channel is. I couldn't even begin to guess what the channel is. Like I said, we got a conversation about Nor on the forum, and then he posted up a pile of videos. If you go on SG's forum and just search for Nor as a search term, I'm assuming you'll find his videos. But it was some really compelling stuff. Like going against teams you wouldn't think with teams, they're just not what you would think of as an attack team, and Nor just really pulls things out. I don't know that ninjas do anything different in a rush attack because they're already faster than very fast, so I haven't really paid attention enough to see. All right, do we have... All right, RC Murphy, hopefully you're in the house. You've been chatting with me on Facebook trying to get into this chat, so hopefully you're here. If you're here, go ahead and say hi. How much XP is at your level? Oh, it's almost 6 million now. I need 3.3, and I'm 43% of the way there. It's kind of crazy. All right. So that is almost exactly what I'm looking for, is a 3-star that's not been touched, but in fire. Ice will not work. And it needs to be a little bit more HP than that. That's 418. The record's 428. Burnout, catch you later. Oops. Need to leave. Actually, this 32 might be better. I'd like to do this hit for you guys if we can find one. We'll put this one to bed too. All right, need me some tiles over here. There we go. Goodbye, Titan. And that's it. Alexander, Mount Olympus Academy, rare Tiger 9. Merking 9 rares makes no sense because you can't get any of the good mats. Not worth doing. If it's close to dead, I'd go put a kill shot in it. But Atlantis farming for XP is still the same stage as you mentioned in your preview videos, or something changed? Atlantis is still the same. I'm starting to use loot tickets now on season 3 because there's more XP to gain per ticket, but we don't have that boost for the food and iron, but not quite as worried. Nor plus free a Tommy gun. Exactly. And then imagine, Tommy Kid, imagine adding Puss in Boots in there who summons other summoners' minions. Yeah, you can do a lot of damage. I was never a fan of minions. My wife has convinced me to start looking at minions. Best for loot tickets in season 3 is the finale. So I'm using them. The maximum XP in the game for a loot ticket is season 3, the last 3610 on hard. So that's, I'm actually using my tickets on 36.9 right now because they have the golden wisps or whatever they call them. That's the last mission I have for the game. And so I've been auto farming a different level in season 3 just to get the wisp. But if you guys look down the missions, this is the last. I still have just under 1,000 of these things to get. So I use loot tickets on 36.9 in season 3, and then I've been farming 34.6 on normal. A+ loot, look at that, 142k. Tell me that's not ridiculous. A 1-star Titan, 142k ham, and 126k iron, and I did not use any weapons. That is why I go Merkin. Very relaxed. You wouldn't have that mission until you complete other missions. So there's only 2 season 3 missions available at a time other than the finish the whole season mission. So the regular ones, as you finish the avatar missions, then other ones open up. All right, JML, another shot here. Tibertus plus 20. Good. If you have C Tibertus, I'd probably recommend that. Gillen Bursty, who is fantastic. Bold Tusk, Buddy, and Jot. Love it. I think that's a good setup. Marcel, Jade is the only ninja I have not leveled. I have yet to see a reason to level her. I'm just not seeing any value in her. So somebody would need to convince me at this point that she's worth something. But I'm not seeing it. All right, do you have a 3-star fire? No. See, that's, well, actually, that's a little low too, 396. But that's what I'm looking for is an untouched 3-star. But it's got to be the right color. Yeah, the missions are just another fun way to kind of do some things in the game. I try to do everything. Well, they might be getting one in 5 hours. I won't be up for that. And I do need to get back to my alliance at some point. That's going to be too small. Tell you, this is the hardest part of trying to set a Titan record, is just finding the right Titan. That one is dead. Let's see, where was that comment up here? Somebody commented about a Titan somewhere. Mount Olympus Academy. Let's go take a look at this. Mount Olympus Academy, where are they at on their Titan? Whew, that's a lot of meat on that Titan. Good luck, y'all. Not my kind of merc. I'm looking for the easy kills. Thanks, Tommy Kid. Have a good one. All right, I'm going to give this a few minutes. If you guys have any other questions or anything you want to talk about, I'm here. Let's chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep looking for Titans to polish. Oh, we can polish this one too. Wow, that's going to be silly. Oop. Premature. I didn't get to set off my specials. Won't matter. Because it's dead now. Done. Yeah, no, there's no Wonderland this month. They have a new challenge event. So we're getting the League of Villains. So we'll have the opportunity to get new heroes, which were the bosses from season 1. So they're adding that. There's now a 6th challenge event. So I assume they'll be coming twice a year unless they add even more. Let's go back and click on Facebook again. Is anybody giving me a lead on a Titan? No dice. All right. All right, everybody, I'm going to give it one more shot to try to find this Titan, and then I'm calling it a night. So before I forget my sign off for this week's tournament coming up, I hope your defenses are sturdy, your attack strong, and tiles fortunate. Appreciate you watching. All right, Very Lax is asking, what is my favorite hero? I like heroes that... There's a couple kinds of heroes I like. I like resurrecting heroes. They are always... I like to pull things from the end. You're almost at defeat and you suddenly revive people. So Albie and Mother North, Tyr, any of the fighter heroes, I love that kind of stuff. I also like tricky heroes that do things like Lord Loki that's stealing your special, or the Hatter that steals your buffs, or Lady Loki who takes your ailments and throws them back at you. I like tricky stuff like that. Mazcool, second account. Triton, Gillenbursty, Little John, Regard plus 20, and Khalil. I'm assuming that account is not as built up as your other, but that seems fairly decent. Might start off with C Regard and then go Triton, Little John, and Gillenbursty. That puts Triton next to Little John, so nature, if they get attacked with fire, then the fire is going to bounce into Triton, which will not be a strong hit. Dolmite, looking for good places to farm for XP. I have a whole video up. Just do a search for my thing and XP farming, and you'll find that video. I'll tell you all the best levels to farm for XP. Deep Six, no problem. Stream's up. You'll be able to watch it. Athena, highest defense down, is very good on everything. Yeah, I mean, defense down and elemental defense down are the best heroes in the game to have, but they're not the most exciting to me. They're just incredibly functional. Allie, you wonder how long I've been playing. This month is 2 years. I downloaded the game in on December 26th of 18, but I didn't really start playing until January of 19. Okay, leave this alliance. We're going to do one last look. Whatever comes up first, the easiest kill or the Titan that I could potentially go for the record. That's an easy kill, but we'll let it go. Looking for alliance somewhere in the 30 to 46k range on their score. This might be okay. Nope, they're on 2 stars. 20. Oop, I don't want to request to join. Probably too low. These will probably be 2s. 1. Oh boy. $37. This might be okay. 3 stars, but 4 hours till they get their next. Sarah B, tomorrow I'm going to be uploading a video. I let my alchemy lab run this whole month. I did collect the items that were made, but I did not do any alka shards. So I combined all the alka shards from this month, 17,000 alka shards. I had 17 combinations. So I'm always running this level here to make the Orichalcum nuggets, and then the last 2 levels for the chance of the 4-star mats. And here's a little tip for you guys on these levels here. So if you see the Orichalcum nugget, it has like the swooshy X. That means you're transferring things on the same level, as opposed to like the compass down here where you're upgrading. So that one, you're potentially taking a 3-star mat and putting it into a 4-star. But when you're on these levels like the Orichalcum nugget here, if you want to guarantee that you get nuggets on these, just only put in the other 2 items, because you're guaranteed then to get a nugget out. So I do this all the time. This is where I store my food. You can see I have 26 of them in there, 600k food at a time. So that's a great place to store food. But yeah, you're going to want to check out that video tomorrow when I do the 17 combinations of alka shards. That was pretty exciting. Parallax, excellent. No problem answering your questions. Good luck tomorrow in the tournament. So let me just see if I can find one last Titan here, and we will call it a day. Let's go back to this search. Join. Oh, this is going to be weak. No, what the heck? That's a big Titan for... How is that possible? Oh, you know what? It looks like everybody left. Wow, that's how that's possible. Well, that Titan is... That alliance ain't going to be doing too good. $39k, that's in the right range. Too big and too dead. Too little and too dead. These will probably be too big. Nope, right size, wrong color. Ollie, I'm in an alliance. I'm in one of the top 20 alliances. My alliance is fantastic. They just allowed me to escape for a few hours a night to do some merking. So I'm just burning through Titan flasks, trying to do a record run. If I can try to do a record run. But I need to find a 3-star fire that's not been touched to try to do the run. 2 minutes. What are the chances they would get their first 3-star? Let's see, when was the last time somebody hit this? 9 hours ago. They might be getting a 3-star and it wouldn't be purple. All right, let's go run a level and come back. Maybe we'll luck out. How'd you guys do in the tournament last week? Top 1, top 5, top 10? Marcel, Regard, Little John Wilbur, Sabina Costume, Sapphire. That seems okay. I'm not so excited about a ninja being in a rush attack. And Sabina and Regard, you have 2 dark healers. I'd try to mix that up a little bit. If you have Costume Regard, I'd use Costume Regard with Little John and Wilbur, and then maybe find 2 other hitters. Sarah B, top 5. I think I did bad on attack. That happens. Hit the last boss in advance on season 3 easy mode. If you have somebody who overclocks healing, you can get that healing up like Gillenbursty, Garnet, or Heimdall. That is helpful. Anybody who's controlling mana, so the Proteus, folks along that line. Just really focus on hitting, when you get to the Titan screens, don't worry about being crazy on the Titans. Just worry about hitting that sweet spot to keep stunning them so you can just keep doing tile damage and then specials as they come. Yeah, the defense is tough, Joseph. I'm reading your stats there. Top 5% is good, but the D&E will bring us down. Dolmite, sorry to hear that. All right, let's go back now and see if this alliance got their Titan. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's 14 though. 3-star red. That is not going to be able to go for a record. That is just too small. All right, tell you what, you guys waited around for this. I'm going to see if I can one-shot kill this, I think. It won't be a record, but it'll at least be nice to one-shot. I've already one-shot killed a 1-star and a 2-star. Oh, God, I don't want to waste the mats, though, if I can't. What do I do? What do I do? Ollie, I've done rush attacks with strikers and no healers. Totally worth it. Man, I just don't even know what I should do with this Titan right now. All right, I'm going to go for this. Just make sure nobody's online. I don't want anybody else to hit. Oh, boy. All right. Let's give this a shot. That is an excellent board for doing this. Oh. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. Ay, ay, ay. 400 HP away from killing it. That is ridiculous. Ugh. Dang. Well, that was a thing. A thing for sure. Taryn, I tried to one-shot kill it and I missed it by 400 points. That is funny. I can't believe that was a sneeze away. Ay, ay, ay. It wasn't meant to be. Isn't that the truth? All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. Let's see what kind of loot I got for doing that. That is my third hit over 400K. Yeah, Adam, I showed my defense a little earlier a few times. I'm going to be running Frank, Gillen Bursty, C colon, because he is like one of the strongest hitters, second Gillen Bursty, and then Jot. Jot decreases the value of the ice tiles on the board, and running C colon as tank is going to entice people to attack with ice. So I want to try to minimize their effect. God, I can't believe I missed that by 400 points. How ridiculous. Let's see what I got for that Titan kill. A plus 145. Yay. So if you don't want people to come in and smack your Titan around, close your alliance. Yeah, this just sucks. I can't find just can't find one to go for the record. All right, everybody. It was a good night. I'm going to get going. Hey, Joe Pace. Good to see you, friend. Yeah, I'm off everyone, too. I didn't use Wukong. Adam, Wukong where? All right, well, I'm tuning out for tonight, everybody. Have a good night.